quality of the siege and the endurance of both of these two teams to really.
I'm back. If that's not it,
it's gonna be a lot of counterplay.
That's not it.
Over the
It's
course
just
of this
TikTok.
series, that's what makes best of threes so enjoyable to watch at this level. Kaid, Bandit, Monty, and Grim the bans for this first half. M80 on the side of defense. But I totally agree that this is a little bit of a wild card map in the sense that we don't really know what to expect because there's such limited data. Both of these teams so frequently ban it out.
Would be remiss to not talk about Ashen, guys. I think it's pretty safe to say he's been the best player up to this point. So through group stage, through the best of ones, Ashen with a 132 EPS. Next best was Newers with a 117. That's a golf. That's
check my
massive
comments on
gap.
my
Averaging,
vid.
in fact,
What
within
about
the
it?
NAL region,
What about it?
Ashen is the only player to average over 1 kill per round with a 1.07 KPR. League averages typically
Yo, what
do
the
see
hell?
1 or 2 players
That could never be
respectively
me.
at the top, and then that's it, no more. So he's been the best in NAL. We'll see if he can continue that now heading into playoffs. Best of 3. He's going to be the one to watch for M80. For 100 Thieves, Adam, Gomez, they've certainly been performing to a very high level this stage. Adam is rated 6th throughout the league. Gomez is 12th, so still really good quality for both teams when you factor in Gavin is also in the top 5. There's no surprise with these two teams having such a good group stage that for playoffs there's high quality everywhere. As we get underway, Labs, M80 on the defense.
Like a so
Let's
be
get
me.
this one
Nah.
underway. I'm expecting some really high quality siege though, really in both of the series that we have today. Nice result early on throne will be avoided.
Then the jingle lost 30 pounds out. Or yes, it is.
From
Yes, it
M80
is.
to just trying to lay IT from being opened up, but 100 Thieves should get it, and they will.
Yeah, the absence of the Kaid and the Bandit, the expectation that we'll see pretty high frequency of the
Oh,
mirror
actually
on these
brought
prime
Thatcher.
hard breaches as a form of.
Did they bring a Thatcher for the Warden or the Pulse?
100 Thieves, and circling back quickly to Ashen, highest cost in the league as well, 74%, but not trailing too far behind. Hot and cold 100 Thieves against his former organization. Big storyline and grudge match heading into this particular head-to-head, and we know the impact that he can have on that team. And whilst obviously his fragging numbers are not going to be as high, it's not his primary role, the influence that he can have inside of the server is going to be certainly felt over the course of this series. So very excited to see the adaptability from their side in this particular matchup as we eclipse the midpoint of the round. 100 Thieves down the circle to the side, and Gomez gets a free
What
freebie.
is Savage
Freebie
doing?
indeed.
Why is
That's the
Pulse
best way to put it.
upstairs?
Gomez with the opening kill. Remember, this side in NAL slightly favors the attack. Remember last week?
Would you look,
when
you
we
wonder
were
if some of these
on
commentators actually know what's going on? They don't, bro. They say a bunch of BS. I'm not gonna lie.
The statistics of the sides kind of flipped around from what we usually will see in other regions.
So much BS.
It's under a minute left. 100 Thieves now with the extra player. Savage goes down, so less information available for the defense as well, losing that pulse. The saving grace right now for M80 is the fact they have Diffuser getting that kill, and he does still have a Nitrocell, 3 gas babes as well for Ashen. So they do have,
And they have the
utility to
connector
bring
cam.
this round
Connector cam
back.
was never
Right now,
shot.
it's the guns that are doing it themselves. Gunner gets rid of Spirit, so that forces Kaiser to push into IT, but he loses Adam. And Hot and Cold now suddenly the only one left, but he too gets one onto Gavin, and we're down to an early 1v1. 20 seconds
only
left
one.
between
Okay.
Diffuser and Hot and Cold. Diffuser does still have a Nitrocell, but there's a decent distance between the two. As Hot and Cold will go for the
No
play,
way
they get
Diffuser
both
won
wins.
that, or
Beautifully
swung
played
that.
from
Yo,
Hot and Cold.
what?
100 Thieves take the opening
Thank
round.
you. Thank you, Hot and Cold. He's saying the same
And
thing.
that's the
Why are
bombs
you
on display
swinging?
there from Hot and Cold.
Why are you
Couple
swinging?
fakes.
Anybody just be saying random words, but they be saying anything just to talk.
Maybe bring the nitro into play. But
Why
by
is
doing so,
Diffuser
left himself in an
swinging?
extremely
It's like
exposed
Ghosty's
position,
crashing
but
out. Hold up.
Able to find a pretty easy swing kill. Credit to the rest of the team. Bringing it to a 2v2,
yeah, chat.
then 1v1 with a good
Your
trade.
boy hit your boy hit
Diffuser
50
actually
subs on YouTube. Let's go.
was in a good position to salvage
Little
this round
milestone.
back.
Little
Savage
milestone.
got caught obviously at the beginning of the round, and then Diffuser fought back on that con side of the map. But the
I genuinely don't understand why he would sing that.
Was sound. Hot and Cold with a couple fakes. Diffuser forced out. And it's always nice
getting
to get
rage
a little
baited?
1v1 to start a series just to shake off any nerves.
Yeah, not only that, but
What's that new video? What do you mean?
Best of threes and
I ascended, bro.
certainly you're going to have swings of momentum. Yeah,
I
throughout
ascended,
three maps of
bro.
Siege, typically, that's the way things go. Teams will get on a roll on a certain map. They might
I can't say I've been saying it lately, Zane. Like, I looked it up, bro. I use ChatGPT, of course.
Typically separated.
I looked it up.
And that being really
They said I could, bro.
events, but in this instance, with these two teams being so
I started a
quality,
viewer in
it's
Minecraft,
those
bro. I don't even know how to
moments,
do
it's those
that.
1v1s, it's those close rounds, it's the clutches, it's those big plays that will ultimately make the biggest of differences. You think about, there's a fair chance this could come down to, you know, map 3, going into overtime. And those little rounds here and there add up across a 3-map series.
I did no. I ascended. Like,
Again,
what are you trying to do, Jason?
Reminder that when it does come to top floor, Ninehaven
Your best luck so much at Siege. Me too.
does have a
Me too.
56% attacker win rate within the North American League. So
The casing on? Oh, it's Adam.
Kind of job done for 100 Thieves, whereas usually if
Where
we
to,
were in
Zane?
APL where it's closer to 60% defensive win rate, we'd be saying that's a travesty for M80, but not to be here.
Transitioning down to below then for the second round, and very info heavy approach here from M80, bringing the Pulse, the Solace, and the Valk. So with that triple nitro alongside the Warden, but again the ability to potentially gather really good mid-round information that they can then look to play off. And again, with the kind of split they're playing with a couple of players up above Ashen Storage as well, that information can be leveraged nicely. As we see Gunner over towards Electrical, with eyes onto Spirits, who's down below first floor. 100 Thieves looking to posture horizontally. Not directly targeting this top
Did I
floor
have
clear
100 tier
for now.
M80? So there's two caveats there. First of all, M80 is a great team,
Gunner's way.
and 100 Thieves is a really new team.
Of course,
But
position, though, where he
Hot
is
and
able
Cold
to
was the
answer
old
that
IGL for
momentum.
M80.
Like all the way.
Either
to
way,
exo pressure
I have
on the
M80,
diffuser.
but I still have 100 Thieves making it.
Basement, although admittedly for M80, they can get some quick
Wait,
rotates in.
no, because whoever loses this versus
Clearly for
SR,
100 Thieves, they're just
and I had
testing the
SR
waters,
winning
just
that.
poking and prodding
Damn.
around the site. They're clearly not wanting to play into any kind of roam game. You know,
Kind of
Jason's
split they're
sending out
both
these
good
payload
teams. That's why
calls,
they, you know, that's why
just
they're
candy
playing
being
today.
thrown around. He doesn't care. He's not biding his time with those. He just wants to
Like,
keep
if you don't know,
M80 active.
The two people that win today make it to EWC. The two that lose still have a shot tomorrow.
Kill. Trade was imminent from Gomez. 3 versus 4 keeps the defense slightly in favor. Heading into the final 50 seconds, M80 have an opportunity to bounce back in this second round. Still double nitro.
Yo, Carter, thank you so much for the
So you got
follow, man. I
to
appreciate it. Thank you so
get the
much.
Information. Triple stack push now for 100 Thieves into basement. Does also leave Savage on the Solace.
Oh, that's what I was thinking. Like,
from above. As Gaffin finds the pick on
but like, what is Hot and Cold doing? He just saw Verp and made a what's it called on top of him.
Rock solid. Here's your bounce back. But here's Adam to give it a shot. He gets
Oh,
a double
shot.
headshot. 20 seconds, low on health, and still needs to find the kit. But suddenly makes it a 1% chance, and that's better than nothing, Guz.
He's gonna plant and
Yeah, but
die.
getting this plant's going to be tough with Savage above control. Adam surely will
And I
not
have a
be able to
Solus.
stick this.
I'll tell you what.
So the commentators are pissing you off, Zane. Zane, we need to go to the guys that,
gets over it, covers.
you know, the World Cup, the
M80,
Telemundo
arguably
announcers.
should've
We need to get
probably
them.
locked up the round a little bit sooner. Had
We
just
need
threw a
to
little
get
spanner
them.
in the wrench, and it's 1-1 and hot start. And so far, 100 Thieves proving that they want to try and play their game. To me, that's kind of how the round played out. They didn't want to buy into what M80 were doing. They just wanted to do what they wanted to do in the round.
Because these guys don't show passion.
That's a good sign for 100 Thieves.
No
Yeah,
passion,
they went for
bro.
the path of least resistance, trying to hit direct from EXO, circumnavigate the roam. The unfortunate thing was they weren't able to clear diffuser on the site. It allowed then for M80 elsewhere to reposition pretty effectively. Had they even eventually wrangled site control with the Solace above as well, that plant condition was going to be tough. So I think M80 for the vast majority of that round were in a very strong position. And they weren't even then forced into rotations or to play the peel maybe as aggressively as 100 Thieves were trying to make them do. So
5 seconds left.
I think they'll be fairly pleased, M80, with that response.
Oh, is my YouTube stream going?
Electing to go back above here for the third round as opposed to storage.
Yeah, that's intriguing. So control storage within the North American region sits at a 70% defensive win rate. That's the site that in this region teams struggle
Oh, it
with
is.
attacking.
Nice.
Now, we would usually call it the tertiary
Nice.
site. and it doesn't get anywhere near as well played defensively within other regions. But M80 are going to give top floor another crack.
Yeah.
In terms of the changes for them in this round, there's actually
Literally the same.
So the pulse, they
The same from 100 Thieves.
Extra catch and certainly a little bit better on-site defense, but they also now lose a bit of information. As for 100 Thieves, they bring the exact same lineup here for this third round.
Yeah, they're going to back themselves in with the anchor play here, M80. Savage, of course, will take mental note of round 1, where he got caught on the con side lurk, and he'll ensure that his positioning is not as exposed.
He wasn't even lurking. The wall is open. He just ran in front of it.
Could be in aid of the Raptors hold from Gav, for instance. That's where you can expect a lot of util to be dumped on top blue. I mean, even conside. I mean, it's honestly a case of just being reactive to where the push actually does come from. Of course, there is counter play on over here from 100 Thieves with Thatcher above. A lot of util dump here with 8 flashbangs being brought in this lineup. Still a while away from working through that part of the checklist, though, just centered on the external hard breach for now, which is been rather straightforward. Ranged as well, available for Gomez to start opening up con.
Oh,
They mentioned all of the
Impact
flashes
tricked
available
it.
of 100
Where they're
Thieves.
stomping at, you won't be seeing them.
Savage to bring the line.
Won't be seeing him.
Get these discs out.
They didn't make EWC.
Certainly top floor.
Good Prada.
You don't need the pulse. The pulse is nice if maybe you want to lurk first floor, get intel, play some nitrocell game.
That's a good early win for M80. No ranged hard breach remains, and that mirror is still standing con. So some good counterplay there. Presumably the impact from Savage. Despite that, though, they still get first pick 100T.
Where did he dive?
Lose
What?
his army towards Rafters.
Where's
That's gonna
Spirits?
weaken the hold now for M80. Is this forced out of play? Well, it forces Savage to drop the hatch and go for a rotate. Ashen's gonna
Oh,
hold it
garage.
towards the
Yes,
Rafters
G2's
entry
out.
point. No kills
They
yet
won't be
from
there for
the NAL
EWC.
#1 rated player through the group stage. As the time starts to dwindle, the push now for 100
Oh,
Thieves
that was
feels
almost-
inevitable, but Diffuser finds a quick double onto Hot and Cold and Kasten as those two fall. 3 now remain for the attack. Diffuser, how about 3? 6 overall, and there's a 4th as well. It's not quite the ace, but it's his round. M80
Because Stomping's
right back on the
trash?
top
Nah,
floor.
it's not because Stomping's trash. Mephisto, thank you so much for sharing the live. Thank you so much, man.
Was put in a great
It's not because
position.
Stomping's trash. They just got him on a
With that
support role.
con wall failing to be opened, he was able to hold there and look, did a great job against the IT swing.
Like people are
especially
calling
threatening.
for people are calling for
was a key fight
Doki to get
win. The
released.
others were
I don't think they need
a
any
clean
roster
follow-up.
changes. I think they need to reevaluate
Trot for M80,
who's playing
additional
what
bans to
role.
be the mirror, which was used for hard breach denial, and the ace, which has been used at range on a couple of occasions so far by 100 Thieves. Very much have a game on our hands at the moment, good to and throw, and I think a good response from M80 to return to that second floor before storage and to actually lock one up.
What's good, Jose?
We look back at the highlights from the round. Well, it started off well for 100 Thieves. They were able to get that opening kill, and most
That was a
importantly,
4K from the Diffuser.
Really
Jeez.
solid opening pick.
Jeez.
Diffuser just plays the mirror window perfectly. They're not
put the
gonna have
hoodie on.
access to that now, banned away by 100 Thieves. Along with the ace, a bit of hard breach eliminated. Ace was played in all 3 of the opening rounds. Mirror played twice, but that was only on the top floor. We do now head control storage for the 4th round. So first time seeing this site. And so far, I think we've kind of got what we either expected or wanted from this game, guys. 1 multi-kill
5
apiece.
seconds to insertion.
You know, 1 opening kill converted apiece, 2-1 scoreline. It's close. We had the 1v2 from Hot and Cold in the opening round. That round in particular was the most dominant round that we've seen thus far. 1 alive, 2 alive, then 4, courtesy of the 4 kills from Diffuser. Definitely has that element in the air that says this could go either way, and that was the expectation coming into a map like Nighthaven Labs. Every round is going to be so crucial.
Feels like the only ingredient we're missing in the mix right now is Ashen. Just a bit quiet on the start here. If he's able to find a way to activate and tap into that BL1 form we've seen over the last month, that could make things very, very interesting. Goes without saying that that shortfall has been more than made up for. Diffuser in particular on a couple of occasions has been put in really strong power positions. He has delivered when the team has required it. see how this particular round plays out again. M80 looking to bring big info into the round with the Valk and the Pulse combo. And that will open up potential play from basement, but that's already been accounted for here by 100 Thieves.
Adam
with quick entry with soft breach. And may well just be patient for the mid-round here in anticipation for any play down below. But that's not a major concern at the moment. Gunner second for electrical in support of Gav on rafters. Ashen also of note command side as well, so a 3-2 split from M80.
I think it's pretty clear 100 Thieves want to try and get this IT control at some point. Boogie auto breaches, open up the floorboards, and from there go for a storage plant. But I also feel like Gomez on the Solid Snake is almost like a failsafe. Can he maybe get also a backside control established on the Snake? Lurk entry, first floor through cafeteria. There's 60 seconds left. You know, pending what happens up here towards IT in this battle, he could then infiltrate.
Oh, dude, like, why is Ashen swinging out like that, though?
The breach was well and truly opened by that point. It's 3
shots from Kaysen.
100 Thieves don't need Gomez at all, apparently.
Good shots from Kaysen, holy.
Ripped M80 to shreds inside of IT. We never even saw the sight.
Hold up.
Above was
Hold
won.
up.
Apparently that was all that was needed. 100 Thieves bite back themselves, and we are tied 2-2.
Well.
Yeah, they laid an insane amount of pressure IT side, and I think M80 were pretty eager to end the round there, either in their favor or against. Hyper aggressive, looking to take those fights, wanting to maintain Rafters control, especially in the face of the Blackbeard, sensing if they lose that, they might not have been in the greatest of positions to actually try and peel back towards the objective. So it was a do or die approach really there from M80, particularly on defense, but 100 Thieves were able to get the job done on attack there. Nice work, good presence of mind. We're able to react accordingly and not get caught out by that hyper aggression through the late round. There's Ashen fallen, Gunner off screen in the meantime. Gav tried to play tuck IT, but I mean, at that point, the round was basically over with Diffuser also in the grave, and Savage getting pressured on site by Gomez. Completely fell apart.
10 seconds left.
And 100 Thieves pretty pleased with that result.
Kaysen's him, bro.
Yeah, their vibes have been good so far. Both times that we've been able to hear the end of round comms. Basement we go.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
Last time out, this also got quite close. I mean, this is really what you want. It feels like 2 heavyweight boxers in the ring, landing blow for blow. I mean, the first 2 rounds, both close rounds, both kind of clutch rounds, one apiece. Then the next 2 rounds, both dominant rounds, 4 alive for both, and a multi-kill for either team in their respective round win. So we've kind of had a little bit of everything to begin inside the opening 4 rounds. 2 to go in this half. It almost feels somewhat destined for 3-3. And maybe this is a glimpse into the future as to what this series could provide for us. All 3 maps. Well, I wonder. It almost feels as if it's going to be a given with the way things have started. But as we know, things can change quickly.
Did they put 3 mutamers there? Oh my gosh.
That's a good early drive from Hot and Cold.
You know they
Their
got Vert looking
potential
there.
here for an expedited hit from 100.
He's gonna fake it. Okay, good.
It'll just be the double smoke for now. Maybe that's to just draw attention here from the defense while 100 Thieves look to clear above.
Yeah, fast rush on that top floor. They're not going to find much though. Savage towards meeting the closest target that they could.
W fake, W fake.
Probably the best one to avoid them, can get the information already back through Con. Gavin falls to Adam. Well, this is one area 100 Thieves have really dominated. They've now got 4 of the 5 opening kills on their attack side of Nighthaven Labs. So they are more consistently in these 5v4 advantages. M80 have had to overcome this a couple of times, only succeeding once thus far. We'll need to do it again. And it's also Gavin, again, it's his 2nd opening death.
Yeah, it's been their Achilles heel so far for M80. And once again, fighting from the back foot. 60 seconds now on the clock for 100 Thieves as they look to confirm the clear above. Still 2-2 split here. Oh, Lobby! Up close.
Oh,
they needed Savage to stay alive as well.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna whiff.
Dropping down on him.
I like this. They're going fast.
It's a much needed kill at that moment in time. Can he find another? Gomez falls to Gunner.
But you know, it's fine. Gunner's 2 HP.
Looking for the reprieve as they send bodies back above to get some Well, some fights to go their way because they were losing the first few. 3v3, 30 seconds. Gunner's vulnerable.
Hot and Cold knows he's there.
It's
just a shotgun.
Tucked in position at the breach. Is his position even known?
I doubt he gets cleared. Also, keep in mind, triple nitro for M80 and only 20 seconds on the clock.
I'd swing out. If I was mute, I would swing out right now.
Pushes forward here and doesn't check this properly. That's Kit on the
There
ground.
it is.
And it indeed will be. Kit is outside breach. Spirits pushing through in the backline on the blitz. Nitro cell doesn't connect onto
Oh my
anything.
gosh.
Case
Hold up.
falls to the ground.
Oh.
It's only Spirits left. Pistol gets one, but no time now
Wow.
remains to get Gunner and M80
Wow.
for dear life on basement.
Wow.
Wow.
Shoot.
That was a big effort to recover.
Who's that in the
round.
Waterburger? Oh, shoot.
I really thought that when Savage died, the lobby
And you know
started,
what? You know
they'd
me.
roll that momentum forward on the side
I've
of the
ascended,
attack,
bro.
but
I've
good
ascended.
disruption vending.
Just realized it
side,
this
the
morning.
Heal vending down through EXO was great. Love the close position.
Dude, I thought it was
as
a
well from
1v2, not a
Diffuser.
2v2. Mephisto, thank you for liking my
was able
live.
to drop that kit, and that was the win condition in the end. He bought a little bit of additional time beyond that, but because the diffuser got stranded outside, there was no way for 100 Thieves to redeem
That's
it,
kind of crazy.
to get it back in their hands.
It was a
to get it back
5v3.
down on the ground. Here's that moment. Great position, played close with discipline. Bought a little bit more time there.
Yeah, he wanted to
I
get
mean,
case
you could
enough
maybe make
too.
an argument that Spirit's dashing for the rares and then the diffuser.
Oh my
but
gosh.
Either way, Gunner was above, so he wasn't getting that stuck.
You in your
in
second
red time.
draft? Good luck.
And M80
Smoke should have stayed on
in
shotgun.
the lead. Yeah, it's funny given just how dominant 100 Thieves have been in that opening.
You're
kill,
talking about
the moment
smoke or
conversion
mute?
for them has been a little bit
Who do I have winning?
troublesome so far.
I have M80 winning, which is really sad because tomorrow SR plays, and you already know, like we're rooting for King Spoit, right? But
Ooh, a chance to breathe for a second.
it's just tough.
Feels like the opening 6
I have him
rounds
82
of
1
first
2.
half has been an absolute flurry.
Look, it doesn't matter who wins or loses. 100 Thieves, they've proved so much. Like they proved that they can play in this league. Fresh, new roster, new team. I like it. I really do.
Phrasing it doesn't feel like that actually is the case. It's still
No, I don't count 100 Thieves out yet.
At the start
Actually,
of the fifth round, it feels as if 3-3 surely is penciled in as we head to command server for the final time this half.
I can't wait for the commentator to shut up. If 100 Thieves, if they make it, if 100 Thieves makes it a 3-3 split, they win this map.
Successfully. 100 Thieves have been very good in the early battles. 4 or 5 opening kills.
Even 100 Thieves beating SR.
Failing to
Wow.
convert 2 of those, where they have still been really dominant, are the
old
multi-kills.
beats that are playing right now?
Spirits with a 3K,
What you mean by
Casey
that?
with a 3K, Hot and Cold back in that opening round with 3 kills as well. So they do show that they've got the ability for any of the players on the roster to pop off in any given round.
It would be really shocking to see 100
Very
Thieves
much
win.
feels like we're splitting hairs between these two at the moment as they go toe-to-toe in the first half. It's been incredibly close. M80 only narrowly ahead. With the ace band out, I'll lean into the Habana for range high bridge through con, and Spirits will play frontline with Blackbeard. Triple Nitro again here from M80. Seeing if maybe they can pluck some early damage or even an early kill.
Is that a cam there? What is he
Keeping his
pinging?
attack at bay for now. First will be
Oh, is it
deployed, but
Fenrir?
that won't land.
Ooh, Ashen, careful. 100 Thieves starting to prep. It's a long-range frag grenade by Hot and Cold. It does feel like 100
Oh,
Thieves are a
got
little
you,
bit
got you.
stalled
Okay,
out
they
here
can
with
rumble.
50 seconds 5v5. This is now the slowest round that has developed in this half. Nitrocell just falling
Two
short of getting the
Nitros.
kill. How about a second one though? Was maybe Spirits was not expecting that. He is down but not out. Can get revived and will, but now low on health guards.
There's
As
no
a
shot.
Blackbeard,
The Nomad has to. Nice, I
Diffuser
love
just
this
has to
Nomad
find
right
an
here.
elbow shot. 30 seconds too. Not a lot of time. He pushes to the window, shotgun out, and that's going to force Spirits in. Needs a little bit of help. Needs the company to arrive, and they've lost 2
Oh,
straight
wow.
away. M80
Oh,
lighting
wow.
up electrical. 100 Thieves knew that they were running out of time in this
Wow,
round
wow,
and just had to
wow.
send it in, but it's
Wow.
flawless. Talk about the most dominant round from M80 to close
Oh,
out the half.
so Rumble, then that old team got picked up by M80. Bro, you know what it is? They just stall.
M80, they've got control. That last
They
round
just
is
stall so
especially the most
much.
dominant one yet.
It's
What
a
do you see right now?
5v5 with a minute
they're in
left.
control,
Like
but I think we were talking about this too.
they
It kinda
drone
seems
everything
eerily
out. They're
familiar to
very
the last time
precise. They're very passive. It's
right?
just
100 Thieves for
it's
me
like a
should be
last
up 4-2
minute
right now. I
execute
think there's
every
2
time. There is
rounds
no like
specifically, it was that
change
top
of pace.
4
There's no
attack,
like aggressiveness.
Diffusers on the mirror with the Warden.
Yeah.
We're listening to the comms. It's a great call. They need the flood, but they didn't commit to the flood, and I think that's a bit of their problem right now, right? 2 people pushed IT, died with Diffuser looking at him, and then he was able to turn around onto the mirror and get the other 2 kills. And then the last basement round as well. I mean, they got 2 opening picks, which they are dominating in this game. I believe they're 4-2 on the opening pick. I'm not sure what that last round was, but they're dominating on the opening picks.
Yeah.
But they're not
No,
able
no,
to
the
capitalize.
Diffuser's,
Again,
he's
they get
locked,
those 2
bro.
picks, and then they're flooding the last.
I think he's
remaining
played
roamers
Warden
back
like
to the
4
site
out of
where
6
exactly what they're
rounds.
gonna do, and then everyone's
He's just the
kind of
king on it.
falling on the cuts. So yeah, just for me again, 100 Thieves coming up short. Great job by M80 though. But again, with those comms, I do want to mention we do have a clip of even like their first round a little bit, but their vibes are high going into this game, and that's the most important part for me. They were able to expect exactly what M80 was doing with the double C4 onto the IT wall. They're hitting it with the EMPs. Adam's asking, "Oh, am I him? Am I him?" Right? So the vibes are definitely there.
Yeah, I think we have an example of that to show you. So let's take a look.
Another one. Nice. You're good.
Him. Am I fucking him?
You're him.
Actually,
You're
C4's
him.
gone.
That was OP, bro.
You picked it up.
No, I
What?
destroyed it. I destroyed
okay.
it.
Are we good, yes? It's fine.
Yeah, and then again, I think that's the little things that people don't pick up on. Again, that double C4 playing onto the mirror. Normally it's 1, and then you bring the Thatcher, but there was a double C4 there from M80, which was a good read. 100 Thieves again reading into that. That's that leadership. There's hot and cold that we're talking about.
Yeah, absolutely. And then even for the side of
What
M80,
up?
I mean, I have really liked what we've seen, even in that last round. I mean, it was great pressure on the player trying to come in through electrical. That Blackbeard, they just doubled up on him, and they just weren't. I mean, there was no headway that Spears really could make. And it's nice to see Spears having a good game because we know he's really been struggling.
He has
But
been.
what I am curious, when we get to the ban phase for the side of M80, what are they going to ban out? I think given the pressure that the mirror was giving the side of 100 Thieves, I think they alleviate that right away. Maybe they get rid of the Cade, maybe they get rid of the Bandit, and then it does fall into that secondary Walden out. But I would preferably see maybe, like I said, okay, they're doing the same thing.
That
They are going
Blitz
the
was
same
crazy,
route. I am
though.
curious then if the mirror then is going to be shown, and then they're going
I
to
thought he was gonna
the
whiff.
exact same. Because honestly, 100
I
Thieves,
look-y
they were
did.
struggling with it. We even heard them in the comms. Why can't we get these mirrors? Why can't we open up these windows? So if they don't struggle with being able to get these windows, then I think it's honestly going to paint a very good picture for them.
Yeah, that's Labs, right? It's the story of getting the IT wall open every single round. But the biggest thing for me, M80, we got all the shields up available. Savage,
Damn.
probably one of the best shield players we have right now in the NAL. He's gonna hop on Monte, and I feel like we're gonna see a lot of it.
Yeah, dangerous here for 100 Thieves as we go into the second half. Guys?
Yeah, I mean, hard to say. I think 4-2 at the moment is a kind of position, guys, where for me, M80 feel like in a pretty good spot based on NA stats. Going into their attack half now for this map, what we've seen from other matches, other regions, other teams. Yeah, I think they're in a pretty good spot. They certainly closed out the half in the more dominant fashion. You know, we were kind of speaking about a lot of the rounds being close, and well, for the most part they were until the very last one. And then that's now 4 of the last 5 rounds.
Big Back got a Whataburger jacket on?
The game despite losing the opening kills.
How you know I'm a big back, bro? I'm skinny as hell. I'm just talking about.
Even their 4v5. It's easy
Look at, thank you for liking the live.
defense though. So now my concern is if 100 Thieves keep getting these early fights to go their way, that's going to make it
The
quite
hell?
difficult for M80 on the attack. So that's certainly one area where they will need to find better form heading into this second half.
Yeah, hard to disagree. So IT wall first up as boys on the desk were discussing such a key point of interest here on Labs on almost every site. Where the attack
shoot.
eagerly looking to open up these walls, and the mirror acts as that
I mean, the shield place
denial
to
in
them
the
is a crazy
absence
place.
of the Bandit and the Kaid, but 100 Thieves, unfortunately for them this time around, unable to really deal with the secondary hard breaches from M80, so props to the attack for dealing with that in a timely fashion. 2 minutes to go, and they haven't had to take much risk in achieving that early goal. Ashen still with 2 Reterras as he lurks Gen side, maybe looking to clear some on-site util, most notably the Azami and those Keepers, potentially Alamines as well on the objective. Gav can get to work on Verd on the Ram. And don't discount Gunner as well with that DMR in hand, and even shock drones again for util clearance. It feels like this composition from M80 is well thought out. And of course, can layer that utility, the cap, alongside Savage on the Ying. How do they try?
That was a nice. That was a nice BP, bro.
Oh, Savage.
Not BP, gone 6.
Kill onto Spirits. Good use of the Candelas. This can get them a bit of space. They maybe can pull things back a little bit. They don't have to keep rushing through. You've still got 1 minute on the clock. Try and maybe force out some utility. But clearly Gomez is still trying to play active towards Rafters, not just peeling back.
Good shot. I don't know who that is, Gomez.
Exactly why. Good swing from Gomez, catches out Diffuser, thinking he can just flame him
Wow.
out. No, cop one to the head as 100 Thieves get active on the defense despite losing that opening player. Gunner keeps the round alive for M80, but it's slowly slipping out of their grasp. Speeds on over to control, but Gomez
Swing that, Gomez. Swing that. Oh.
And waits, swings the doorway, pops the Kiva barrier, defends this now.
Yeah,
30
double up here.
seconds, time running low for M80. Ashen and Gunner also don't have the kit either, Guz. It doesn't seem likely now for them, especially with Gunner falling.
Ooh.
Oh, unless Ashley can get another clutch, but shut down.
Okay.
That is a strong statement from 100 Thieves. Very clean defense. Their hold above was firm. And unfortunately, the key pieces of that attack for M80, whether it be the cap, the util layering, or the follow-up from Savage once he got CC stairs control, that didn't quite connect the way they would have liked. Gave Gomez good freedom rafters, the clear electrical side, etc. And that part of second floor over towards server as well was a little lacking. 100 Thieves played it pretty well. Good swing there from Gomez. Savage, I think, trying to push forward with shotgun as well, really limited his options for some of the ranged encounters that he probably then faced off screen. And yeah, with that diffuser then stranded up above, there were pretty much no wing cons remaining there towards the latter portion of the round.
Yeah, 100 Thieves leading that one, I think, too, after a decent little streak of rounds going the way of M80 to close out the first half. If that hadn't got to a 2-5 scoreline and that streak continuing, I think it's
5 seconds left.
pretty normal to think maybe that...
Well, Mephisto, who wouldn't look more confident on defense? This is the defender side of the map, you know?
We now go top floor. Keeps the scoreboard close at 3-4.
Right? It's very easy
Get a reminder
to defend on
as
this map.
What's on the line for this match here in the upper bracket.
But they are swinging a lot more.
Kicking off playoffs here.
They're not holding angles. I like it.
This series, you win this best of 3. It's pretty simple. You go to EWC and the upper bracket final. I guess the reward for both of these two having a very good group stage by finishing in the upper bracket is you get to play in this match. Both teams clearly not being separated at the moment. Savage goes on to the Monty. My first time seeing the Monty as well in this game, guys. So a change up in strategy. Of course, M80 only just now starting in the second round, but we didn't see it from 100 Thieves in the first half. They were more prone to playing the Blackbeard, even brought out the Blitz once. Now Savage is very prone to playing the Montang, and they'll go double stack shield too with Ashen on the Blackbeard. Fortunately for
that might...
Thieves, they do have 3 nitrous
Oh
cells,
my
and
gosh.
large impact. That is insane.
Holy Brady.
A long range snipe.
Oh my gosh.
And it's not just the fact that he gets a kill, but it's straight onto Savage who's playing the Monty. That is a
Bro,
huge
what a
opening kill.
C4. Daba, thank you so much for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Did not ask for a better start. That was absolutely
Hey, yo, Adam, hang it up. You're not him, bro.
Hot and Cold hits the perfect lineup, and pressure is now.
Bro, that's that Jinxie
seriously
C4
mount
right
on
there.
M80.
What the hell?
Breach looks compromised. I don't know if Gab can traverse through that. It means that Ashen, now on the solo shield remaining, is going to have to try and extract value. Trading that top floor though into the Azami with cover on site is going to be mightily uncomfortable for M80. This is such a difficult position. Bit of util remaining on Gunner, but I think you just have to try and brute. Someone has to just make the heads up brute force play. You just have to take it upon yourself to find something. Desperately scrambling for a kill here.
Diffuser lurking on the first floor. He's also got kit. And the way that he's positioned here, putting pressure towards blue. They might go for a double pinch. They can do it with Asher, but he's at the moment smoked out. Spirits also does still have one.
Doesn't matter. Those smokes are working beautifully.
Elects to use it, and even now elects to slide on down the stairs. The flash from Diffuse will send him back up.
No, that's not what you
Spirits
needed.
made his way back down with Ashen pushing through the gas pipe. I think Spirits got a little uncomfortable.
Still got 20 seconds. Good shots, Gomez.
Gomez, good swing, good kill. Adam falls, but Kaysen
Nice.
recovers, and so
Wow.
does Hot and Cole. We're tied. Ladies and gentlemen, it's about to be 4-4. No matter how good a stage it has been for Ashen, he's not winning that. Make that 2 in a row for 100 Thieves.
Hold up.
These
Hold up
two
now.
cannot be separated.
Hold up now. It's tie. Tie game. They call it tag timeout?
That was such an influential Nitro there, Hot and Cold. Putting his team in such a strong position. It forced the big pivot call from M80, trying to double stack on that blue side. And whilst it did net a kill, Gomez actually was the one to then step up and find a snappy trade, left Ashen on an island, and the rest of the push IT side broke down. Here is a replay of that Nitro perfectly.
Gosh.
Bang. Landed
Gosh.
straight on his head. Savage concussed and down and out for the rest of the round.
That is such a good Nitro.
And another good Nitro to wrap it up. But yeah, that one outside might be the best one I have seen this stage. That was an absolute banger.
Yeah, and it's kind of interesting too. I was talking about the fact
Yeah,
that they bought double
tech
shield,
pause.
and then I was talking about the fact that, well, 100 Thieves bought triple Nitrocell, and then immediately after that we saw
He was getting dipped, so we like to see. That's what we like to see.
Pause here. How fitting at 4-4, all tied, and gives us a chance to just sort of reconvene, a little breather. How are things developing?
W Airline.
How have
W.
we
What's
got
up, Mason?
To this point, clearly, what we've got, Guz, is an APAC Nighthaven Labs, and for those unfamiliar, it means
Chase, thank you for liking my live, man.
defend decided and attack will struggle.
Ooh, Chase, thank you for the follow. Thank you so much, man.
Usually
What happened to the Vert stream? TikTok was restricting my live because it wasn't
it's not in their wheelhouse.
because it wasn't horizontal,
So they
not
almost
vert.
naturally default probably to defense favoritism.
So sadly, I have to do it like this.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, it was the discussion point heading into this one when we saw the video, and you look across at the map preference rank for both of these teams, which sort of takes into account
The bar, yeah. I literally,
frequently it's played, etc.
I tried a couple different things, and then I found out that this was the reason why.
For 100 Thieves, and for M80, it's not much better at 7th. Both teams in the double digits, band 4, heading up to this particular play day. They just haven't really wanted to touch this map. It's gone largely hidden. 100 Thieves with the showing against Dark Zero 19 days ago, 3-7 loss. M80, you have to go way back, and it's really not relevant at all at this point. It was, funnily enough, actually a loss to Weibo back at SI. So such limited data and vision heading into this one, and yeah, maybe that is why it is trending a little bit towards the defense, but I think it has also very much enabled, as you would typically see, best of threes, and you made this point earlier, where there has just been
Actually, I looked at it. No one's doing it.
that are determining a lot of round outcomes.
Like horizontal.
The Nitro from Hot and Cold. We've seen a couple of clutches elsewhere. Diffuser on a couple of occasions as he pops up has also been.
Everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing it. Everyone's doing it vertical.
So
yeah, I took a look
so far, and it's incredibly challenging to foresee
it's fine,
what
though.
goes from here. 4-4 scoreline.
We're here now. We're watching
a game crash, I believe.
Watching Pro League. We're good. We're chilling.
And so an opportunity to kind of just take a little bit of a breath and reset before we resume proceedings.
I was going to ask you the question of, and it's the old standard.
It's got to be something new.
Has it been a case of
Mason?
The
Well,
defense from both has been just really solid, or maybe a lack of ability to attack? I feel like the easy answer is probably to just say a bit of both. I think that's always just naturally going to be the way that you'll end up framing this sort of match thus far. But in saying that, when you look at 8 rounds of Siege played, 6-2 split in favor of defense, the only attacking rounds that we've seen so far have actually come from 100 Thieves in the first half. Now, admittedly, M80 haven't had too many opportunities, only the 2 rounds played, but at a 4-4 scoreline, where this now sits is clearly defense has been favored, and with 100 Thieves on defense, you can kind of put 2 and 2 together with where I'm going with this, guys. I think 100 Thieves now clearly sitting in the better position. If M80 don't show they've got the
Team, thank you for sharing the live. Thank you, thank you.
There's a jump back in. 4-4 the scoreline basement site. Also, just to reaffirm the point that attack has found it a little more challenging than the baseline here for NAL so far. Of the 3 rounds where the open kill has not been converted, each of them has gone to defense. So we haven't quite seen the attack have those same problems in terms of conversion. Or pardon me, the defense and having those problems. They've been able to reverse fortune through the mid round, whereas the attack on a couple of occasions it's been tough. I think a part of that is
why is he sneaking around? Is it open or
honestly a lot of it has been really good
because they have both mirrors on the breach. Bro, what?
Finding
Bro, what?
kill or two to bring back a deficit.
Well, there go the mirrors.
Hard breach proving to be a little bit of a complication here to begin for Diffuser. Again,
Yeah, is that a Pro League shot? Should I try that in ranked? Is that gonna work for me?
Will slow down the progression of M80 naturally, and probably safe to assume that much like the first half, the mirror is likely to be banned after this round.
So far, the revenge tour for Hot and Cold has been pretty good here on Labs. 8 and 5, 2-0 in the entry battles that he's been a part of. Of course, basement the site this round. 100 Thieves, though, showing a lot of presence. Top floor, first floor.
So Mason, thank you for sharing the live.
That sits basement currently. M80 getting a lot of this information, really putting the focus into their drone game. Slow entry from Gunner, Gavin on the top floor. So the Deimos and the Snake both combining to gain that intel, drone through, push through, get the information, try and force these rovers back. And it's Ashen, funnily enough, that gets the opening kill onto Kaysen, aided in the fact that that pressure's coming from the Snake and the Deimos. Ashen's able to slip through. Diffuser takes the battle towards storage. Gonna go for the rotate as Adam falls towards cafeteria. This is the statement from M80.
Yeah, 100 Thieves are looking to double and triple down. Push vending side and Gomez still cafeteria. He could be a real difference make, but a tough position, caught in a pinch, 60 seconds, and now the death mark.
Wow.
1-for-1 trade's not gonna cut it. Still.
Wait, hold up. They have no idea. Oh, never mind. They do. It's a shield.
Surely won't come down to Hot and Cold.
And the BB's playing on the flank, no?
Take this round away. Well, if he's gonna do it, he's gonna have to now do it from a 1v4. It's not gonna happen. M80 indeed show
being pro league people are bots? No.
To win on the attack of Labs, and with that puts the notice back served to 100 Thieves as we go 5-4. M80 now take the edge again.
Yeah, ban the Blackbeard. The one round M80 won was when Blackbeard was in play.
Both teams
are
not giving in.
Yeah, will instill a little bit of confidence. I think that particular side
they banned Nomad.
Really does favor the Snake and the Deimos combo, and M80 looked incredibly comfortable with that kind of composition, the map control that they were able to take within the first minute and a half. Found the opening kill, courtesy of Ashen, and then they were ready. They were absolutely ready for the reaggress. 100 Thieves, understandably, instead of just kind of turtling and waiting for the round to be taken away from them, took it upon themselves to reaggress, but that was cut off so nicely. We saw Gomez as well isolated cafeteria. They just did a really good job there, M80, in suffocating out that defense. Rewarded with the round win, and we prepare now for storage round number 10. Additional bans, of course, now in play. As theorized, the mirror now unavailable, so IT Wall especially is now going to be tricky for 100 Thieves to defend. Nomad, an interesting ban from 100 Thieves, selected on just the one occasion so far in the half, but again, maybe wanting to enable that mid-round aggression, late-round rotation a little bit.
5 seconds left.
And with that basement attack win as well, guys, we've actually ended up in a position where we've played 10 rounds of Don't Haven Labs. So, and both teams, it doesn't matter which team it is, every single site has been won either by defense or attack at least once. Not by both teams, but at least by one or the other, which has, I guess, shown at this point, I don't think there's an overwhelming sense where we go to a certain site, such as, say, Control Storage, which right now has a 1-1 split. 100 Thieves won it on the attack in the first half and then won a defense in the second half. So if anything, clearly M80 have not won this site yet. But every single site so far has been proven to be more than attackable, as Gunner gets a very early opening kill. 2 minutes 20 It's the fastest opening kill that we've had so far in this match. 10 rounds in, and M80 storm the building.
Yeah, 4th opening death as well for Kaysen.
Yeah.
Just to note quickly, he hasn't won a single entry battle. And unfortunately, it could put M80 in a very, very strong position
It's fine,
to
though.
sneak up to that map point.
0-4 entry, yet 7-5 KD, I think highlights that when he goes down, their chances of winning rounds clearly do falter. I'm looking actually at the opening death for Kaysen. M80 round win, M80 round win, M80 round win. 3 of 4. Will it be 4 from 4? Clearly, the young star has quite a big impact for 100 Thieves. They have not won a single round when he goes down first.
They got spirits
They need
on
to
it?
buck
Okay.
that trend right here, right now. As M80 make their push. Shield v shield.
A bit awkward.
One's a little bit more controllable though.
I mean, there's so much pressure being mounted at the moment. Can 100 Thieves sustain it?
The push, the double, they've got the numbers. Once they lost Gomez, Adam then falls. Completely outnumbered in the hallway as Savage goes for the play, and it looks like M80 will make it
diffuser.
4 from 4 when they get that opening kill onto Kaysen. Spirits,
Oh, yeah.
well, here is a shield, but we didn't
Wow.
see much of the clash at all. M80 have got map points on
Oh,
9
Jesus,
even
thank you for sharing
lives.
alive. You said I should make a
quick
YouTube
little
video of
double
us
round win on basement
duo
and
queue when you
first
get
floor,
back.
and just like that, they now
I mean,
go
if it's a good
6-4
game,
up,
I could.
back-to-back attacking
But I'm more
round win.
focused on that educational solo queue.
Yeah, that's
what I'm more focused on
brutal
posting.
round from M80. That goes down as one of the more dominant we have seen.
Now we have
so
a team
far,
timeout. Nice.
and it prompts the one and only tactical timeout available for 100 Thieves. They'll leave it to the death. An opportunity to try and recompose here. Again, certainly not the kind of team we look to be overwhelmed or stressed in these kinds of scenarios. I'm purely anticipating this to just be a quick refocus and a tactical call for what's up next. The tempo from M80 last couple of rounds, their ability to find these opening kills, Gomez falling not too far after, then they could lean heavily into the Blackbeard from Savage for safety. They did a good job in circumnavigating the clash, which had little impact in the round as well. Just a really well-drilled attack there from M80. It's back-to-back and map point.
I do wonder how much of the Kaysen opening death into the M80 round win is either coincidence, it's only 4 rounds, or if it's clearly a big reason for the success of M80 getting rid of a high-quality player who's shown that he's had impact in rounds when he hasn't been that opening death. So if you go 0-4 entry, yet you've got 7 kills, which is second highest for 100 Thieves, I think it's pretty easy to suggest that
Brings up a
when
good
he
point.
doesn't die early in a round, he's going to go on and have an impact in the mid round, in the late round, etc. So it's quite important that he doesn't really go down early. What has also somewhat flipped now when we kind of look at the bigger picture, Guz, is 4 of the last 5 rounds, M80 have actually gotten the opening kill, failing to convert only 1. So you think back to the opening 5 rounds, it was the complete opposite. 4 of 5 went the way of 100 Thieves. So no surprise to see that over time, as they've wrestled that momentum, they've found the success, now have 2 opportunities to close out the map. Don't
Ooh,
forget,
Echo
this is
shotgun. That's some tech right there. That shotgun's nasty.
Yeah, I'm actually having a look back at Kaysen's entry over the course of the stage. Every single round so far, he sits at 50%. But the interesting thing is, there's actually quite a handful of rounds where he dies, yet they still go on to win the round. So I think it's pretty fair to assess that this is an abnormality at the moment to have seen every single death go the way of a loss. And again, that's not to pin blame directly on him, but just taking note that it hasn't really been a trend over the course of the BO1s so far. So a point of difference, and M80, to their credit, are punishing successfully so far.
Well, it's not even a blame, it's a praise. If anything, oh my goodness, got a jump scare from Spirits.
Well, that was hot and cold.
Scared me
Hot and
too,
cold with the yoke play
jeez.
under the barricade, fed
Hey, bro, what's
perfect
up,
info to enable that opening kill.
Jeez, I mean, that kind of scared me a little bit.
What a defender
absolutely would've
drone.
gotten a
The
fight.
heck?
Well, needed that one. Absolutely, on the top floor. You get rid of the Joker payload, so not available now from the Doc to be a gunner as he enters the grave. You'll just have to sit back and watch this round, and that increases absolutely
Bro,
the
they
chances
brought a
of
Cali.
100 Thieves getting this to 5-6. Opening kills have been largely converted. So far, only 3 rounds have not been converted.
That's pretty crazy to see in Pro League, I guess.
Not a single attack has been won off the back of an opening death. It has
Casey's gonna go on the flank.
Very challenging for the attack to fight their way back from these situations.
Oh.
Right on cue, Ashen catches Adam.
Well, the timing on that is just absolutely impeccable.
It's literally terrible.
As he sort of make that point, but Spirit's right.
No
down.
refrag.
Okay, we're just trading. It's a trade game.
So I think it's winning the BFP, M80.
It leaves us now equal. Tell you what, if you're M80, you're a
But
little
don't count
happier
100
with
things
that than
out.
being down a player. You do still also have the time. Can slow things down if you so please with 60 seconds left, but got to factor in, you're playing against the Echo. So time is something that 100 Thieves do want to see diminish.
And there was Case on the flank.
Though, below indeed from storage with the Vendetta, and it gives M80 the lead in this round. Surely they couldn't do it after having the opening death that's not been done yet on this map. Savage low health, holding electrical, waiting for this swing from Gomez, and he does ever so slightly as Hot and Cold falls. The Echo goes down and forces Gomez forward, but only to his death. M80 close out Nighthaven Labs. 3 rounds straight to steal the map pick of 100 Thieves.
You said yes, you're an M80 fan?
One map away
Osvaldo, thank you for that fellow. Wow, wow, wow. Just like that? Just like that? So M80 loses the first 2 attacks and then wins the next 3. That's unlucky right there. Wait, what the hell is this? Oh, it's just the Pro League bundle. Okay, like what? Did I say ooh onslaught? That no looks tough. How does Nomad look tough? All right, we got a break. We got a break. Gonna wait for map 2. Chat, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. Thank you guys for coming in. I'm also live on YouTube and Twitch. Running ad breaks on Twitch every game, after every game. Then obviously, no ads on YouTube yet. But if you guys are enjoying it, make sure you guys follow, man. We're doing a watch party for all of Pro League, especially with EWC coming up. But stay tuned. I'll be back in 5.
M80 take 100 Thieves map pick to start off this best of 3, and things just got a whole lot more interesting now and potentially dangerous if you're 100 Thieves. But M80, I mean, this seemed like they had control of the pace of this map. It did get tied up there in the middle, but M80, they took the lead, then they didn't look back.
Yeah, they absolutely did. It's looking bad for our predictions currently right now. I mean, round 3 was just a great round from Diffuser. Great heads-up play understanding. 2 players are going to be able to push him from IT. He doubles up on those, then he goes into connector, and then ends that with a quad. But the bigger picture for me, especially once they got to that attacking side for M80, is they understood what 100 Thieves was going for. They were
Thanks so much, man. I appreciate it.
They were going on the aggressive, and round 9 in particular is where that everything kind of turned, everything kind of made sense for M80, and they were figuring out is how can they single out players. In round 9, they did such a good job finding the roamers, attacking them, then going for the site, and then even furthering, extending that into round 10. It was really just about finding players that they could double up on, go for the pinch, go for a flank.
It was
strict the defense and
it's a best of 3.
Give them any
so yeah, M80 took map 1, but now we're on a map 2.
Into those defenses, which is why they
I wish my call didn't turn to like shit when they're not playing. Do they need to fix packet loss? Why you packet loss issues, Henry?
And I think it's probably what we've talked about the most, the biggest change that we've seen. And I mean, look right here, Gunner, Ashen, and Diffuser, all the star fraggers on that M80 team. And last time that they played against 100 Thieves, it was Gavin, the former teammate of Hot and Cold, that was able to kind of steal that game away from him. And now Gunner
put 150
and
that M80 wins.
That up against, again, their former IGL. They're definitely showing out in that department. And not even that, I mean, the last round, again, it's so fun listening into the comms sometimes. And we got to hear them. It was a 3v3, and both Diffuser and Gunner are dead. But what are they able to do? They're able to make really big comms on the drones in that 3v3, which ultimately led them to the round win. And what do they say immediately? Thank you so much, Savage. Thank you for teaching us how to watch cam. So
are you betting on winning?
A little bit of a dig.
I mean, if you wanted to bet, I would bet M80.
I mean,
you know,
he should not be dropping double digits.
They're the more experienced team.
Play, but he needs his fraggers to show up. Most importantly, where's Adam?
Right, 3 and 10, not the numbers that Adam wanted to put up, but you said like this is not the winning formula for 100 Thieves. Hot and Cold is a good player, but he's not supposed to be top fragging, leading the team.
When your IGL top fragging, something's wrong.
IGL,
something's off.
Kind of know this. I mean, there's a lot.
It's great with an IGL.
Sure, it's great. It's a bonus, but you have fraggers on your team for a reason. Again, we've talked about how Adam is kind of that glue piece for the team. He's Mr. Consistent. He's like plus whatever 24, I believe, like leading the team by far. He was the kill leader at one point, but again, 3 kills not good enough. Kaysen had a great attacking half, but where was he on defense? Right, he kind of disappeared completely. Gomez, just, the rest of the fraggers, and just in general, like we need to see more into Gomez.
Popping out, Joseph.
Which I'm glad you highlighted Kaysen.
Yes. You won't see him for EWC.
Again, obviously it's his first stage ever, and I would say it's been a pretty decent stage so far, but it's been kind of a little hot and cold in some situations where we've talked about we need him to have early game success to be able to, you know, carry that momentum through the series.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
And on Nighthaven Labs, he started out strong in the attacking half, but then immediately, once he gets to that defensive, and that's where we've seen him struggle, and where we've highlighted him, he hasn't been able to hit that same success. And arguably, we've talked about this as well, he's in operators, he's on operators, he's in positions.
I want to win. I want to hire Thieves 7.
To just collect multiple kills in these areas, but he's
I like them better.
And especially in the best of 3s, we need to see that contribution happen a lot earlier and carry on throughout the series. Because if you're just going to be dead in the water in the defense when you need them in most, especially even in that last round, like you said, in a 3v3, the weight isn't there and it needs to be there.
Well, this is also something that Guz and Xenox highlighted on the cast, talking about Kaysen and what was happening to 100 Thieves when he was dying first, how those opening deaths were getting them in trouble. At the same time, though, 100 Thieves, especially in the first half of that map, they were very successful with the opening kill. And when they weren't, like M80, they had to fight their way out of a hole, and they were surprisingly successful in doing that. How do you feel about Bank now, moving into this next map? It's M80 territory. I mean, what is the dynamic here that 100 Thieves need to change if they want to get this win?
Well, on the defensive half, this is a map where you can find yourself in no man's land quite often and find themselves struggling on the opening pick. So Yeah, for them, I'd like to see them maybe try to bunker up a little bit more, but don't be afraid to get aggressive at the same time in those mid to late rounds. M80 is so good in those beginning of rounds of trapping players and getting picks. I think kind of let them have what they want a little bit, but then get aggressive on them before those executes. That's what I would want to see on a map like Bank.
Yeah, bigger picture for 100 Thieves is definitely being able to bunker and not finding yourself alone, because that is where M80 is punishing you the most.
All right, with a win on their own map pick of Bank, M80 would guarantee a spot in the Esports World Cup. They have a chance to do that right now against 100 Thieves.
Well, I don't think it's going to be that easy, though, Gus, as we head into Bank. Clearly, from what we saw in Nighthaven Labs, these two, not a lot separating. It just kind of felt like M80 got hot towards the end of the opening map, but it was largely back and forth, really, up until those last 3 rounds.
Stop getting faded.
Yeah, this is such a close contest.
No idea.
It's still very challenging.
No idea.
To envision M80 walking away with a 2-0.
I've got no idea.
Map feels fitting for this one, but M80, they'll be looking to lock themselves in right now.
France to win and then
So
Mbappe to score.
67% on the social prediction.
Looks pretty. Looks like a good bet, honestly.
On the opening map of Nighthaven Labs, but now we head to Bank, which is
I mean, I wouldn't get. I mean, like,
M80
I've never smoked or got faded, but
the opening map,
I wouldn't get faded at 2
rounds
o'clock.
9, 10, and 11 to close it out 7-4. So I mean, yeah, as I said, like 4-4 tied. The game was in the balance, and M80 were able to just win out the last couple
10 plus
of rounds.
bonus.
I feel like we've seen that picture
See the hits.
many times over.
We'll see.
If we do head to Bank, it's going to be the Monty and the Kaid first banned out. And looking at some of the statistic when it does again come to Bank in the North American region, it's pretty 50-50. It's also the most plants. Oh, actually, I should have phrased this better. It's also the map with the most plants. 18. The next is layer with 13.
This is Bank?
So
Oh, okay,
big
got you.
gulf between those two maps. But yeah, for
That's
all
a lot of
intents
points
and
against Sweden and
purposes,
Paraguay,
this
so you
is
think
a
it'll hit?
50-50 sort of map in terms of attack and defense.
Don't get your hopes up.
As the
Never
Arrow
get your
and
hopes
Black
up.
Men also joined the band, so that means double shield ban to begin in this first half.
Yeah, that'll leave up the ranged hard breach, so that will be pretty impactful when it comes to those.
I said I've never been faded.
attacks and allow more flexibility lobby side. So something to note when that objective is to ultimately be selected. But you're right, an even map here in the NAL, and expecting this to be another seesaw battle where key moments are really going to matter. We saw a couple of those on Labs. Ultimately, it was actually, though, probably just the overall team play prevailing for M80 as the desk highlighted fully in agreement with them. Their ability in that second half in particular to tame the regress from 100 Thieves, and then
The drama team Mbappe. No, I have no idea what drama.
2v1s across the map was a huge strength of theirs, so we'll see if that's something that they can employ here on Bank. Focus on defense up first for M80, and it's basement first on the cards as expected, with a bit of a setup top floor, or pardon me, first floor here from Diffuser in a position to potentially peel down hatch. Presence also from Gav admin Gunner elevator. So looking to take the fight to 100 Thieves early.
I feel like this is a little bit of a weird setup for a zombie, but
also
okay.
get brought to this round, considering it is basement.
President, but center, no idea, bro.
Kind of just says it'll be top down clear from 100 Thieves. Deal with this first floor roam. Yeah, clear out positions like tellers and archives from above. Even if there's not anyone necessarily playing in those positions, you can get that information. Same with stock. You know, it's a good position to throw out those boogie auto breaches. So expecting Gomez to use all 3 of these early on. Could save one potentially if he so chooses to. Using all 3 early is going to be
gosh.
late.
Oh.
I'll tell you what, that is an incredible swing from Gavin.
Oh my gosh,
So
dude.
that's job done for the defense. You're more than happy to just find that early advantage and drop back down to site. That couldn't have gone any better for M80.
It's high risk from the defense, right? When you're playing just the smoke for the default denial without Goyo, without
Super high
Chenko,
risk.
etc. You lose that early pick, or even if you were forced back on the peel in a 5v5, arguably still in favor of the attacks. So for it to have gone that way, pick plus peel with the advantage now, M80 will be very, very pleased. The rest of the team can settle. They'll be in strong positions, and this is going to be a tough fight back from 100 Thieves. Sure, they've got great info on the Deimos, on Cole, plenty of hard.
Yeah, this guy's screwed, literally. Oh wow.
As they look to probably
I guess
posture
not.
here for an eventual default finish. A Razor Bloom for Ashen, for a Smoke, some Savage, Nitro, Gav. There's a lot standing in their way between them and winning the round, as you mentioned before. Bank very plant heavy here in NAL, but at the moment that win condition seems very unlikely.
I also like the fact that for M80 they didn't still put anyone towards blue stairs. There's no point. It's a 5v4. You've got that early advantage. You don't need to delay any longer. You've still got 3 gas babes available. You've still got to knight yourself from Gavin. The play here for 100 Thieves is looking a little bit grim. They know they don't have garage control either. There is.
I don't see 100 Thieves wins this. What's up, PP?
It seems as if it's largely just going to be a drop focus. This is late as well from Adam, very late. There's only 15 seconds. He will need to sprint this to really provide aid for the rest of the team. He will get a freebie though onto Gunner. Opens up that
No shot they win this, bro. What?
To collapse towards the site. Their best friend right now is the time they need to deny. But it's over towards Bowl. The Nitrocell doesn't make its way over. It does. Oh, that was huge from Gavin.
Wow.
But a big missed opportunity for 100 Thieves to not shoot that out, because if that plant goes down, they win that round.
Jeez, dude.
Millimeters in it. They had the read, but just unable to shoot it out in time. Perfectly positioned. Certainly credit deserved there for the fight back shown in that round from the attack. Losing a player early into basement, 4 versus 5, reliant on good info. And the garage creep was always super high risk. I mean, Adam here, so late to the party, still had impact and found that trade. Rest of the team was able to push off the hatch drop. Defense was boxed gold side. If it wasn't for that nitro,
Probably said she's a despicable woman who was unworthy of serving a Vegas Congress. Why does it matter, though?
Certainly, though, a nail biter to open up Bank. M80 with the 1-0.
Doesn't even mean it's like. I like saying shit like I wouldn't care about any comments like that. I really wouldn't.
The sort of nail biting rounds, something that defines the round. A credit to 100 Thieves again. They almost kind of got themselves back into it. Yeah, Lockers and CCTV basement on Bank is not easy when you lose one early 4v5. Losing the RAM at that point probably doesn't actually matter that much anyway in terms of the operator, but you're losing a body. You're losing a high-quality player in Gomez. That's where the loss really would have hurt for 100 Thieves, and yet despite that,
Oh, I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't care if someone was being racist towards me.
M80, it's more of a sigh of relief
But that's just me.
moment, despite a lot of good being done early in that round to get the opening kill, fall back, play site, let the time dwindle down. It's still got a little too close for comfort.
They want every window open.
But now quickly
Jeez.
switch up and go top floor, second floor here on the second round. And Gomez now finds himself on the Kali. Can count, honestly cancel out a couple of these defensive operators of M80. And the Sands 2 for Spirits does kind of lead a belief that the ROUs are going to play a big factor in the plant potential of this round.
They are, but are they going for a plant or something?
Here for the CEO plant.
Or what is this? No, they're trying to clear the zombie
Jan
first.
Set up here from M80. So critical that they have a means to deal with that mirror, and it lands successfully. They elect not to bring the Capital for the flush out and the crowd control.
I mean, Ashen's playing is great.
Because he's savage posturing in that position, Jan, at the moment. And he'll relish in that kind of playmaking position with the opportunity to deny that plan.
What type of push is this?
A moment ago, that mirror window still standing currently. And again, with Ashen close, they've got a really nice frost established at the moment. 100 Thieves looking to try and dump utility. M80 not biting.
Ashen is just sitting and praying that no one sort of rushes into him. Nitrocell from Savage doesn't connect. He can fall back at least to Janitor, but as you said, that little brief second of walking out, if he gets timed on a swing, he's probably dead.
I'm reloading.
Kateson, as we switch over to his POV, 60 seconds in the round, he'll go scout out towards stock. This one's a little bit slow.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
None of them
Did you like
connected due to the my magnets of Gavin, and that leaves the
stock. Oh my gosh.
Reinforced in terms of the wall.
3
provides
Womais?
a little bit of safety still towards this hallway. If you're M80, that's a big moment in this round.
They had no flashes left to dump that position. Neither player had flashes. The mirror window still standing. Jan, the setup here from 100 Thieves looks very, very weak. This is going to be incredibly challenging to trade out.
It's looked really weak the past 2 rounds.
Position still in play. Look at it,
but they cleared that guy. They didn't clear the mirror.
Is still intact and has wasn't really being dealt with. Despite that, it's the opening kill that goes away with the attack.
Nice,
Top
good
off
free
from Ashen, but
frags.
only good for one. Adam 2 falls, 2 versus 2.
Oh.
Heading into the final 10 seconds, huge from Savage, playing that hallway. Leaves it down to Kaysen. How about this for the rookie in a playoff match, 1 versus 2? Into sight, it's being given over. He doesn't have the kit, there's nothing he can do. Ashen says, lol, M80 get the round win. They'll make it 2 straight to start on bank.
Damn.
And maybe for the first
It's looking
time
like
in
it's an
this
M80
series,
masterclass right now.
worry starting to set in for 100 Thieves, because that was a round where nothing, literally nothing went their way.
Yeah, confidence inspiring for the defense, but for the side of the attack, one of those ones where it's going to be a real
You said
head-scratcher,
M80
and
just
it
better
actually
today?
goes as far as prompting the
It's
timeout,
not looking
and they
good,
probably
dude.
the right call. When
It is not
reflect
looking
on
good.
That last round, struggling to deal with the Jan mirror window. We then saw the triple catch them out, I guess, for lack of a better word, over towards Stock, made that hallway clear a challenge. Ashen was running right on site, keeper barriers, helped keep him up, and he was then able to play a good on-site anchor role late. Savage, as a result of all of that utility not flushing him out earlier, he repositioned and had impact late round as well. So the utility game from 100 Thieves proving to be very costly. That's the weakest util game that we have seen from them so far this afternoon, and can only assume that that would be a talking point for them. And
G2 almost
obviously they'll be
yesterday.
more than aware
They were
of
so
that,
close
better
to
than
getting
anyone else,
eliminated.
and looking to tidy that up now going forward.
G2 did get eliminated.
We'll see what they can do out of the timeout here on bank. Suddenly it starts to feel as if it's
G2
getting
won't be there for
doesn't it?
EWC.
Yeah, your free shot at EWC
They won't.
has almost come and gone, because M80 are now 5 rounds away from locking in their position at the event and forcing 100 Thieves down to that lower bracket. And it's not an easy task in said lower bracket either, guys, for either of these two teams, whoever it
You watched the
may
last
be.
meet that they would have won. No, they lost it.
And so while there's still a decent
Lost
amount of
it.
time to go here on bank, in terms of the overall series,
Yep, they didn't
we've
make it.
got to a point now where we've played 13 rounds and it's 9-4 in favor of M80. That starts to gain quite a bit of separation. So very important out of the timeout. Again, on a 50-50 sort of map.
Confident. The team ain't
Stuff an
confident.
open area is calling, and it feels almost must win for 100 Thieves.
And a failure to convert out an attack timeout as well will, I think, only compound that. So it does feel like a very pivotal moment in this series for 100 Thieves to find a response. Open area hold, but top floor
Dude,
extension.
Gomez is
One of the
backing,
defense
actually.
M80
He's
facilitated
0-2.
by that castle. The catch again from Savage, having some influence early here.
Good.
And don't discount the
Cycles on
multi
the
as well
first
and
game.
try and strip away
It's
from the info gathering potentially
whatever.
from the attack. At least so far, the initial util
I guess they're
area
just
here for
not
100
good at
Thieves has been
BO3s. They gotta work on it.
certainly more successful than at least the last round, with stock exposed and some of the castle barricades dealt with on the console side.
How many guys do they have in sight? Oh,
Deter this defense
Oh,
too much.
Adam.
That fight. You are kidding me.
nice
Didn't even take a bullet
spirits.
until just then by Spirits. That's better for 100 Thieves. Stayed active. It wasn't just a one solo
That's-
swing from Atten.
that's
They had
everyone on
a
vert, by the
lot
way.
of players involved in that little push.
Good.
A little bit of a 3-2-1 go moment for 100 Thieves goes their way. 4 versus 3.
Bro, how did Adam
Down
lose that
top main
gunfight?
stairs now for Spirits. 100 Thieves have got themselves second floor control, so they've got the verticality established in this round, plus the extra player to their advantage. Although, when you kind of look at the lineup that they've got, I don't know if they could flash out Ashen and Savage from this Talus Archives position. It's not as if they've brought, you know, a Bark or a Ram, open up the floorboards, flush out said position.
Oh, straight drop.
So they had no info on Ashen.
100 Thieves turn their attention to the site, and so far so good. Savage in a 1 versus 2.
You're not gonna
Pushing
plant
out
off?
the Archives. Hot and Cold and Spirits seem like they've
Nice.
got a pretty good idea. They're going to go for the plant inside of open area. And Spirits has then got the cross. This is a pretty safe plant, but Hot and Cold getting out of this position is not safe. There's a fair chance this could become a 1v1 if Savage is quick to
Wow.
getting this kill.
Timing there.
But Hot and Cold,
Timing,
talk about
timing.
timing as he pops
All right,
up.
1-2.
First round on the board of Bank, 400 Thieves. And boy, was that desperately needed out of the tactical timeout.
Yeah, that was clean. The util early was great. It didn't deter the defense as much as I probably anticipated, but they were then able to make up for that with some good trade work early. Put themselves in a good position. They went a somewhat high risk there, but it was pretty well calculated. They had a decent read on the horizontal extension there, so elected to go for the direct drop, and whilst Ashton was able to keep pace for the first, eventually Hot and Cold was then able to get plant down. And off screen, we could kind of just see the outline to the side. Spirits was actually repositioning to go up there towards stock. So even if Savage had have found that pick, which you could argue that maybe he deserved, and Hot and Cold got a little lucky in terms of timing, would have been so challenging to win that against the third angle late. So ultimately, good work from the attack. The trade work has just been really fun to watch so far between these two. And a good pop-up there at the end. So we return down to basement. Success for M80 on their first attempt defensively. We'll see if they can back that up here. In terms of the additional bans as well, we'll see the Bandit in complements of the Kaid, and some of the range hard breeds dealt with Ace no longer available.
Well, 2-1. It's actually, I think, the way we started on the opening map of Labs indeed, although it's just a slightly different order of things. Back on Labs, it was the first round that went the way of 100 Thieves to NM80, won 4 of the next 5. This time 2-1 split.
Reinforcing the 4.
So 3 more rounds to go in this first half. Can 100 Thieves
Camera feed up and running.
really play off of that third round and carry some momentum for a little bit? They probably haven't had too many momentum moments across the series. Only once if they won back-to-back rounds. Round 7 and 8 on Labs. And we've seen far more of these sort of round streaks from M80. They've clearly shown they've got the ability to gain and carry that momentum. Time for 100 Thieves to try and do the same in this first half. Follow up from that round.
What side is this?
In terms of the overall 2 maps that we've played, numbers, it's
they're base. Okay.
14 and 10. Case and the only other one with double digits across the 2 maps. They need more out of Adam. They need more out of Gomez. Sends and a fast rush. Spirits on the blitz through square and electrical. Casey got tagged up through the ROU. It's Ashen that falls first. Good defense though so far from Diffuser, but shortly lights out. No, not just yet. Stayed alive a little longer and enough then to buy time for the reinforcements. The cavalry arrived for M80. The fast push unsuccessful for 100 Thieves. Adam now in the 1v3. As he grabs the case, he's now going to make his way down to site by himself with Savage, Gavin, and Gunner all waiting for him.
Yeah, fair play to Diffuser and stalling out so much time. And then Savage able to backstab in support. Adam needs to find 3 picks to equalize this scoreline. Looks incredibly unlikely. Sound cue given. Important now that M80 are disciplined. Don't feed ones into the DMR. We see it time and time again. Plant faked.
Oh, there's the C4.
Nitro not. Good work from Gav, and overall, a well-played defense from M80.
What did I just watch, bro? What was that?
I mean, that pocket play with the electrical hit, ROU straight into open, may have initially caught Diffuser off guard, but he just stalled out so much time. That was really, really well played.
In terms of the contest, you don't see this. The hold from the defense, you'll see. But the way that 100 Thieves kind of read into this play and know, okay, they're going to defend staff open area. They want to play that denial. Let's try and rush them. Almost as if it's the site itself.
Wow, jeez, dude.
Yeah,
That's actually a really good play from M80.
Yeah, he sustained that 1v1 directly into the blitz for about 8, 9, 10 seconds, which is phenomenal. And given how switched on M80 have looked with their trade so far, that was more than enough time to enable the support. So look, they've done a good job there, and 100 Thieves, I'm sure, will be disappointed that that shot call didn't pay off.
And again, it means for 100 Thieves, it's another moment in the series that they've not been able to go on and win 2 rounds. They've only done it once across the 2 maps. And that's ultimately been the difference maker. M80 again get a 2-round advantage, now only 4 rounds away. putting 100 Thieves into that lower bracket and securing their place at the Esports World Cup. Of course, for M80, looking towards redemption. Redemption's probably the key word for them after what happened in
They're
kickoff.
literally on something. They keep on restricting my life.
Rebellion, and you know, interestingly enough,
I don't
you
get
think
it.
about now here for stage
Don't
one.
get it.
Imagine if they do lose the 100 Thieves, then have to play Shopify Rebellion again. Do the old wounds get reopened up? They don't want to even question that as a thought. Get the job done here, lock in EWC.
The ace banned out, the Habana available, and so Kanto Wall is vulnerable.
Dude, that mute did
Denial
nothing to stop
from
that.
M80 in the mute will ultimately not be enough to prevent the wall from being opened up. Can they be held from lobby repel, contain players over towards that elevated portion, main stairs, etc. Another impact EMP to follow, and the wall thereby will be confirmed.
Dude was late on that.
Gunner in an aggro position, front desk. We saw him initially tease the breach, but he'll fall back and make a more calculated positional play. But the setup here from 100 Thieves, more lobby-centric than maybe what we've seen previously. They do still have that utility belt cap and the sense to go direct to site later on, and notably the defense not bringing the mirror on this occasion for the Janghold.
And also notably, 3 rounds straight, the opening kill has not been converted, much to the demise of 100
Wow,
Thieves. Now I say
that's
it,
rough.
and we'll see if that follows again for a 4th straight round. Gomez shuts down Gunner, deals with the Denari, finds his first kill on Bank. Talk about a timely one. Hot and cold, pushing up Spiral. 60 seconds left. Clears out elevator. Diffuser sitting front desk. Could get double swung from both sides. Could get pinched. Goes for the pistol. Worked for him in the last round. Works for him
sure, this
in
is
this
bad
round.
aim,
Where's
bro?
that second player? It was hot and cold. A little delayed, but he does get the kill. The trade is successful. Ashen has eaten one of the Jugger payload calls from Adam. Savage may have seen him, but does he know he slipped in? Yes, he has. It's suddenly a 3v2. One at the window. Gomez eats that shotgun for a second time as Savage sits him down. Adam in the hallway by himself as M80 on the verge of making it a 4-1 lead. It's another 1 versus 3. It's another round that 100 Thieves just feel inevitable at losing. At the very least, for Adam, he will not go down to that razor bloom, but the bullets are still coming his way. 4-1.
It's really starting to feel like M80 are establishing a bit of dominance in this series now. They are looking very comfortable. And yet again, another round where the opening kill will not be converted. Gomez got the pick on Repel, that weakened front desk, so 100 Thieves saw that as their trigger point to push forward. But then Savage in particular with a big standout moment over towards airlock. Shut down hot and cold. He's been pretty good inside of the server today, 4-2 so far, and seemingly very eager to get one step closer to defending his crown at EWC.
Making 4 straight rounds now. Again, the opening kill has not been converted. 3 of those, unfortunately, fall with 100 Thieves. They've also only got the plant successfully down once. I referenced at the start of this map as we head into the final round of this half. It's the best map in North America when it comes to teams executing by a plant, and 100 Thieves have only managed it once. We've also, strangely enough, not had a single multi-kill round. It's a very even spread lobby. Unfortunately, and I don't really mean to highlight out Gomez, but he is the outlier at 1-5. Everyone else is between 3 to 6 kills.
No, it sucks.
It really highlights there hasn't been an overwhelmingly dominating player, but Adam finds his 4th kill, this one onto Diffuser. It's another opening kill for 100 Thieves. They're going to end the half winning out the opening engagement statistic 4-2.
Jeez, dude.
Well, they haven't converted on any of them.
Will the curse continue here? It will be a sight for sorry eyes if they're unable to convert another opportunity, and a 5-1 scoreline would put them in a massive deficit heading into the second half. See if the fight back from M80 is sharp and on point again.
That would've been massive with that hit.
Marco through to the main rappel will not land. As Gav gets called on the second floor. 2-2 split currently from the defense with good information on offer from 100 Thieves with these pre-placed drones. Should give them confidence on this pier and decent read as to what that split formation is at the moment. And we'll see how they go about looking to break this down. I think it's safe to assume that M80 are not going to want to forfeit this too freely though. Up above, they'll probably play for their lives. As Spirits will look to potentially clear.
Well, I mean, Spirits brings the blitz, very helpful at clearing out, you know, stock, janitor, etc. But he's going to continue to go very, very deep and try and catch out.
Wow,
Gavin
there it is.
gets that kill. It seems as if 100 Thieves will end this opening half on a much better note.
Still 2-4 though.
Almost seems inevitable. Finally, success goes their way. Finally, it seems as if they will capitalize on that early advantage created by Adam. The one thing in this series we haven't really seen much of are these sort of 2v5s and 2v4 comebacks.
So 1 in the morning for you?
The
Really?
outnumbered players typically do fall without much of a fight as Gunner in the 1 versus 5. An anticlimactic end to the half, but not if you're a 100 Thieves fan. It's a pulse. It's a sign of life. It was a much needed round win. It's still though 4-2 in favor of M80.
I had literally no idea.
M80 still with all the control right now, but 1 round back in the right direction for 100 Thieves. They still seem to be struggling though. Kyle, what are you seeing?
Yeah, they are still struggling, and it's kind of going back to what their problem was even at the beginning of the season, where they're so good at getting the opening picks, but then they can't convert. I mean, here's a round right here on round 2.
Oh my gosh, JJ, I'm doing good, bro. I'm sorry, the chat was on the wrong one.
Because there's a mirror on the wall they couldn't clear. So
On the wrong chat.
They tried to do stock, but he threw 3 ace
M80 or 100 Thieves. I got M80 winning this.
I mean, it's too free. They go for plan C, but Savage going out on top against Hot and Cold. That's really the kill that kind of won that round for him.
Yeah, they're definitely just going a little too slow, and it's becoming really telegraphed. I mean, the fact that they have a Flores there that could have just eliminated all of those Wamai discs. They get open that wall. They don't have to go to plan C, but then you go to round 4. I mean, again, very slow. I mean, arguably, Bank is the map.
Crazy.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he just bonked his head, just bumped and boom. But again, on a map like Bank, one thing you have to start out with is your drones. It gives you the information of how then you can approach the map, but they were taking almost a minute to understand where the defenders were, which they typically are on the first floor.
No, Kaysen is on 100 Thieves.
Yeah, then another round on top floor.
Kaysen's on 100 Thieves.
Like man advantage, they're just not checking close. Savage, okay, great play. He gets into that rat spot. They had absolutely no idea. He lets Hot and Cold pass Banana, doesn't shoot at him when he wasn't going to get the kill. Then he secured the kill, kills the guy in the windows again. Like,
I mean, thankfully we chose M80 as our prediction that they were going to win this matchup. I mean, it's important. But however, starting on their attack for M80, I think
no, same. Kaysen's a good player. It's just like
where 100 Thieves are and find out where those players
are. Which by the way, M80 was number 1 in the group stage.
With each other, but if they are going to go out on a roam,
yo, Mason, I'm gonna have to end it to start again, bro. TikTok's restricting it again.
They're walking away with the opening kills because even again,
I think I know why.
Thieves had the
I think I know why, Mason.
Kills, but we're not able to
it sucks though. The case is that. I mean, like you can say that. You can say that he's been positive. It's just you know.
It's so
you can say that about most rookies, right? This is his first. You know, that was his first stage he played. This is his first.
4-2 right now. How do they break that pattern?
Or sorry, this is his first stage he's played. You know, and he's hoping to make his first event. You know, he's probably got to adjust. I mean, the big thing with him is. The big thing with him is he went from T3 to T1. He didn't go T3 T2 then T1. So you see who I got? Zen. Yeah, what's up, Zen? I got M80.
Execute alone, removing the smoke.
I mean, I'd love to see 100 Thieves win, but it's not. I don't think it's possible. I mean, M80's that roster specifically.
Pressure is going to be big, so you can clearly tell M80 wants to go.
I mean, most of those guys have been together for a long time.
Depending how that first.
And 100 Thieves just every brand new IGL. Same thing with M80, but like there's more experience on M80.
He really good at it was blitz. We got rid of Montaigne, which is a key shield, but I'm expecting a little bit more blitz or Blackbeard from Savage.
Be back later, going somewhere to eat. Got you. He just needs to improve all around team. Yeah, I mean, like I said, he's a rookie, right? So you got to give him. I say give rookies a year. You know. I don't have high expectations for any rookies. You know, it's a different between T through T2, T1, there's levels to this, and you'll see that in T1. So like, he's gotta adapt and adjust. You know, maybe he's gotta think about what he's swinging, maybe be more patient, maybe be more aggressive in times, but he'll learn it with experience. But I think he'll just do fine. He'll do fine once he learns it. Give me here. Who wins here loses to DZ. Well, here's the thing. DZ plays. That's not how the bracket works, I believe. Hold up, real quick. Let me look at. I thought DZ was next.
Here in the second half of Bank.
Yeah,
I could be wrong, though.
interested to see if they continue to have issues on entry.
Yeah, so
conversion. As the boys on the desk said, it has been an issue stage.
Yeah, so DZ will play wild card.
Hold up for a second. Seventh
But here's
in
the thing with
65%
that.
Conversion. M80 second, 77%. Now we'll see if that.
Whoever loses this match right here, I believe will play SR tomorrow.
In the first half. And we'll see if it
And
carries
then
on
whoever
here.
loses
As
between
the guys
DZ and
mentioned,
Wildcard to
Savage
go against
expected to
Forefront.
play shield heavy in this half.
Should be how the bracket is. I'm trying to look at the bracket.
Which will maybe help with a bit of tempo, bit of map clear, and establishing footholds of pressure around the map. In terms of this defensive hold at the moment, small extension above, but fall off inevitable. And Case on Q will drop down red, leaves Gomez in elevator alongside Adam.
M80 failed to convert one opening kill on Labs, and so far only one here on Bank. Usually pretty good for the round if they can get that early pick. Right now, Spirits maybe thinking
Is it losers bracket? Yeah.
Once again, that forced out
What the hell is that? So what? So how EWC does it is, so this is the upper bracket. So then upper bracket right now, whoever wins this goes to EWC, but they still have to play a championship game, obviously.
Pressure him towards Lone.
This is such bad positioning by two, but he got help. So whoever wins between this game and then Dark Zero and Wildcard will go to EWC, and then the two losers need to win their games tomorrow to go to EWC.
This is the perfect way to start the second half.
Yeah, they've played a really positive brand of Siege in this opening defense. Love the
It's top 4 teams, just remember that.
From Spirits.
Top 2 teams from the upper bracket, top 2 teams from the losers bracket.
The defense.
That's how they do it.
Go to site. Please, just go back to site.
he'll go back and pitch a tent. He'll be chilling. But it is the two best gunners on the side.
Yeah,
of
4v2 is actually pretty nice.
If they can make something work.
I forgot they flip sides.
The case has been reacquired. Shock drone.
Oh wait, 100 Thieves sells it, right? You forgot EWC is a thing. It's a big thing.
Into a better position. Checks over towards
I think EWC. I don't know where EWC is. I think last year was in like Saudi Arabia. I don't know if it's always in Saudi Arabia though.
And seems as if we should get 100
I have no idea.
to start the second half. Basement not really sighted until the final
Good aim. Good aim.
Into the lobby. Lovely swing from Kaysen.
In Paris this time for the World Cup. Okay, that's why I thought they switched.
For just the second time in this series.
You see, EWC is a thing though because it's all EWC's all games, you know. So right now, I think League of Legends.
Yeah, that was a fun little
they're playing in EWC, but you know, there's like COD, there's Valorant, there's
initially were all that
CS,
holding on to first floor. I mean, maybe they were
Rocket League.
Stack elevator. Tricky to say.
It's EWC is, you know, it's called the Esports World Cup. All esports.
The contact and fall back, but either way, they found that pick, and then Spirits just guns it up to top floor, helps and support Lone late. He was then able to get back towards the objective, and by that point, the
I thought this was terrible. I think this is terrible positioning by Adam. He just had his teammates come back and help him. That's good.
2 versus 4, little
very good.
A lot of utilities remaining on site, so there's very little opportunity for Ashen and Gav to combine there. Ultimately, well played by the defense, and just the kind of start you need in a matchup that hasn't quite.
But you know, it's funny with the EWC, like it's called the Esports World Cup, but it's not the biggest siege event, you know. There are 2 versions: one where you play for your actual teammates and one where you play for your country. Actually, that makes sense. That makes sense because I remember the country one for R6. I think it's already happened. I think it's already happened.
Top floor couldn't be wet either on the attack.
You solo, not gonna lie.
First half, they made will now get a go here in the 8th round.
Hey, whatever you say, Sam. Said nah, not yet. Well, probably hasn't completely finished then. But I guess they did the World Cup walls, I should say.
But first time that we will see it in this particular match, and Gavin will be given the license. 6 smokes as well.
But I know like Gunner made it. I believe Gunner made it. I know Hot and Cold didn't make it. People were pissed about that. For like America. Yeah, calls for non-invited teams. Got you. Okay.
Now the good news though for 100 Thieves is they have the Warden on the board. Important for Adam to stay
you.
alive
Thank you for the
towards
mix-up,
Janitor. What they didn't bring this round though is a mirror.
Which is fine. You don't exactly need a mirror. But the other thing is, like, if you've got a mirror, there, you use it.
Bank so far this stage, 33% win rate, but the kind of operator who can help open a lot of space and layer pressure and allow you to play more advanced positions than you would otherwise be enabled, of course self-sufficient with 2 smokes in hand.
That's risky as hell.
If he's playing a risky game here over towards top square,
That
but
was
he's able
risky
to
as
open
hell.
both sides successfully with his exo, so that's now job done in terms of his primary hard breach.
But you know what I don't get? You can hop out that window from the second story and vault down the first floor and not take any damage. But anytime I like hop down from anywhere else, I lose like 10 or 15 damage.
Go searching below.
Oh, and they might
Like,
find, is Ashen ready?
oh,
Ashen is not ready.
Ashen is not ready.
Kason, wonderful
There's
headshot.
just too
But
much
the plane
talent to
going
please
down.
everyone. Well, there's so many,
Up towards the side from Savage. There's no response to the
Yeah.
line from 100 Thieves. Well, they may have found
You're
the
right.
2 kills in this round. The plant was successful, and as you said, the Nitro doesn't connect.
And I mean,
Savage
NA
is
was
even
shocking,
on his way over
you
to
know,
square. They
in
can play the post play
SLC.
now with the smoke.
They shocked a
Still
lot of people,
diffuser
so
with then the combo of
that
the
probably makes it
glass.
a lot
30
harder.
seconds.
Is that risk,
100
Sandra?
Thieves need to be
Hey,
quick.
diffuser running across is crazy.
Skylight angle here going to be so challenging to contest. There's nothing really that
No,
they
it's
can
funny.
do.
There's no shot they get this off, right?
Savage Adam will have to stick. He cannot get off
He didn't get it.
But the
Wow.
angle was there, and
Wow.
will steal the round.
Falling off the desk and archives on board. Exactly.
It's a snatch job
Like
on the
I could
top
like
floor.
I could get 10 50 damage off, but he can just vault over. It doesn't make sense. The physics don't make sense.
Sight control. It wasn't worth it.
Do I listen to mommy ASMR when I go to
Crucial
sleep?
round for
No.
M80 to
Take some
deny
melatonin,
100
man.
Thieves the
Tell you that.
ability to win 3 straight.
That's what I use. But whatever
There's the
works.
Nitro.
Whatever
And
works, I
was about
guess.
to pose the question, as we only caught the tail end live, would that have been enough to deny the plant? And whilst even
No,
then,
it
the
wouldn't have
Lions
been.
are very
I think the
close,
plant would have gotten
pretty
off.
confident
Just
it would've.
they would have lost the
Plant gets
blitz
denied
a lot
there.
quicker.
I think the round likely
On the
plays out
youth team?
very,
No, there's a lot of
very,
people on the
very
loop.
differently, so that is super unfortunate for Hot and
Do what you
Cold.
do.
Just a
I
slight
mean,
miss
you can probably
throw
say
and-
that's a round win for 100 Thieves at that point, because it would have been,
Yeah.
what, 5v2? Kid in the
Probably.
open.
and it would have been a 4-4 score. That's devastating.
Wow.
That's a big blow for 100 Thieves.
What could that have in terms of ramifications for playoffs in general? That small
10
moment.
seconds left before
Because 100
insertion.
Thieves as well. That would have been 3 straight.
5 seconds to
There
go.
would have been 1 to close the first half, 2 to open the second. They would have had the momentum.
Attacker's objective is to defuse a bomb.
But now it's M80 that are 2 rounds away from the Esports World Cup. They won Munich, but they didn't get the chance in Salt Lake City. Looking for that return to the international level.
Good.
Of course, the NSI that probably...
I just realized, I mean, he's having a pretty nice
They're
game,
looking
dude.
to redeem, but it's about getting back
nasty.
there first. Now,
Damn,
2
think of it
more
like we're
rounds,
alive.
and only 1 really needed for at least overtime as a security blanket. And this is the pressure round now if you're 100 Thieves. Round 9.
Okay.
This is where the pressure starts to mount for 100 Thieves
Damn,
already.
dude.
A player down.
I'm playing
within the
R6.
first
I'm
minute of the
not.
9th round.
Because we have, after this, we have Dark Zero versus Wildcard.
It's
And
crumbling.
if you think
They
this
don't
series
lose these
is
rounds. M80 don't
a little
have
bit
that
interesting,
same history
let me tell
as
you,
100
DayZ versus
Thieves.
Wildcard is going to be
They
a
get
great
that
series to
advantage.
watch.
They hold on to it and take it all the way
But
to
after
the
that,
end
I'll
of
be
the
on the
round.
usual
5 versus
late night
3.
ranked.
Kaysen, the rookie, a lot on his shoulders.
Because I don't have to record any
Towards
solo
Doc,
queue
falls back in, loses
videos
that
till
shield. Now no longer
tomorrow.
has the color. He'll be forced to
Friday?
drop, play the site,
Ooh, I
lays
have to do
that
it today.
Razor Bloom shell at the drop of the hatch. Could that have a play later? Will he answer the call? He will.
Swapping.
A couple more still available on the Dockerby though for Gunner.
There's just so much time afforded to M80, so they'll use that to drone. They'll use that to lay utility, ensure that Savage is in the right position to get value when it gets close range. There's just so many good moving pieces of the puzzle.
I'll be on tonight
They all
to
just fall so quick. The
work on the solo
Razor
queue
did get
series.
one, but it wasn't enough. 6 on the board for M80.
Yeah, it's M80 Masterclass.
One more
Bro. This
needed.
is like not even.
To get back to that
Damn.
international level.
That's
100
tough.
Thieves. It's been a decent stage so far here in stage 1, but it feels as if it's lower bracket territory on the
It is
cards.
lower bracket
They need
territory.
3 straight. And guess what? In this series, across both maps, they have not managed that once.
You know, I just think their attacks need to be better.
They are
That's it,
absolutely
honestly.
now backed into a corner. The question will be, do we see fight here from 100 Thieves? As the Habana will join Ace in ranged hard breach out of play, and the Warden also to be banned. So that's going to potentially open up a big util dump set here for this basement site. So we'll keep that in mind and monitor if that's something M80 ultimately look to go for. As the tension continues to rise, M80 have had to put in a lot of hard work to return to this position in
Oh
this
wait, hold up.
form.
There was an update today.
And they will absolutely want to confirm their spot right here, right now.
I mean, I think for 100 Thieves, it's going to be the kind of series, guys, that they will ultimately walk away from.
Okay.
Jeez, we did a lot right. I mean, even here on Bank, talking about this streak, from round 4 to round 8, they got all the opening kills. That's 5 straight rounds. You got the opening pick, only converted on 2 of them. They've had the only multi-kill round and the only flawless round. It's 1-to-1 in plants. A lot of the numbers, when you look at the tracker sheet, if you were to kind of just
Siege is a 5v5 game mode, but when you've got one guy going 2 and 7 on your team and everyone else is even or positive, there is a problem. There is a problem.
In terms of just the raw summary for the player stats in this matchup.
Yeah, I think Maurice first skin dropped. Yeah, I know the G2 Nomad skin looks nice, and then the Thermite skin, I gotta look at it again. I think it looks pretty good. And the Blitz skin is kind of, it's a little,
They've been able to
a little
so
weird.
far show
Not gonna lie to you.
pool as well for them. They've been able to flex their muscles a little bit.
But it's like I'm not a Blitz player, so I wouldn't buy it.
Comes crunch time with the pressure rises.
Dude, there goes that. Bro, was that Adam? Adam was first pick. Was first pick last time too. That's crazy. He played. Was he playing with the BP there? He had a BP and everything and lost that. That's wild. You can't lose that.
In fact, the 3 opening kills that M80 have got since the opening round have all been on him.
Like, that's
Again,
GG's.
M80 in this series,
M80 will take this
don't
round.
throw these rounds with these early advantages. Savage deep early towards
Yeah,
elevators. They
there it
might
is,
want
bro.
to end this one with a flurry after
How
getting
is he
rid of
not dead?
Gomez.
Fix that.
The defense is starting to get surrounded. Spirits and Kaysen answer back with 1 apiece, but they also then lose Kaysen
Nice
to the Bailey.
whip.
There's hot and cold
Nice whip
against
from
his forward
Damos.
team. Needs to clutch up the 1 versus 2. Savage and Diffuser can take their time if they so please. You can use the drones. You've got the Kawan Hive launcher. Get the information, but they've just acquired
there
it
it
through
is.
the shield of Savage. Diffuser
Expand
puts
that
it
Blitz
into
skin.
it. Well, not
Bro,
the
it
greatest SI after
I thought
being
it looked
the
kinda weird.
Munich
I'm not gonna lie to you.
champions and missed out
I
on
thought it looked kinda
Salt Lake
weird.
City
But you know, it's
altogether.
whatever.
But they're back, baby. M80 are going to the Esports World Cup. That global stage is calling. M80 are heading there.
It's actually kind of funny. Next game was supposed to start at 2. Or sorry, next game was supposed to start at 4. If I'm not mistaken, 16 o'clock. 4. The next game will probably start at like 3:30, 3:40. Making good time. It's weird, but imagine that being the last thing you see before you die. Yeah, you know, whatever. Yeah, it's a weird skin because it says something like, it says like Ubu something.
Yo, this is Raid. C9 versus SSG. Sounds of Siege. Let's go.
Okay, I'm not gonna be sticking around for this.
And this is like a gadget?
Don't worry, I will be back when the next game starts. It's just I literally have to end the stream because TikTok keeps on restricting my shooting. That's how people get introduced to the stream.
Nice,
Which is really stupid, honestly. I hate that I keep on doing that. Yeah, it says ooh onslaught. I saw that. I picked that up so quick. Oh my gosh, I picked that up so quick. I was like, what the hell?
Reinforcing? Nope. This is so hard because there's no category.
But,
like, think Rainbow Six Siege.
alright, I'm gonna end it here and then be back in like 30 minutes, I guess.
That might have been a giveaway, but